good, I think. Okay, sorry about that. Just had some technical difficulties. I hope no one saw the previous video, but I deleted it anyway. So, oh gosh, I'm hearing myself. I just need to mute this. Hopefully that doesn't mute it for you. If anyone's watching, just let me know if you can hear and see everything. If the image is low quality, it should sort itself out pretty soon. I hope it's not jumping around too much. Okay, so sculpting Skaven, and I've got two Skaven on sculpting. So the first one is, if you see in the thumbnail, I've got there's a Skaven assassin. So what I did is I made a silicone mold, and then I filled it with, you know, plastic resin, and made a copy, a cast, and then I used that miniature as a basis to start a conversion that is this guy, and he is kind of loosely inspired by Warhammer 2 Total War, the Death Runners, which is an elite unit, melee unit. So let me just try and get this in focus. I'm gonna get a better camera. I've really been struggling trying to. This should work. Let's try. Okay, so I have to get it really close. So it's a bit of a mess currently, but you might be able to see which bits of the resin are the dark grey, and then I did like the mask over the face. Up armored his leg a bit, and then you can see I sculpted this knife, hand holding a knife, and I've started doing the same on the other arm, so he's gonna be, you know, dual wielding. I didn't like the tail that I sculpted for the original miniature, so I'm doing it again. It's gonna be a bit thinner, and then he's gonna have a sort of, you know, cloaky thing on the back. So I mean, it doesn't look like too much now, but you know, it should be pretty cool. Alright, and this is the other thing, the other Skaven, which is more like a gutter runner. Again, I'm trying to make it look a bit more like the 3D models in the Warhammer Total War game, as opposed to, you know, regular Skaven stuff. Anyway, I'll stop talking rubbish and try and get this in focus. There we go. So again, he's dual wielding, but he's got oh gosh, what is it called? These things, claw, you know, like fighting claw things. Okay. So he's got a bit of armor on his head, some lovely teeth, desperately trying to keep this in focus. Big gnashers. It's the other side of his face. Baggy trousers. Some feet. Tail. This this bit at the back here, that's kind of what I'm going to do for the Death Runner. Similar to that. And then sculpt the tail like that. Again, you know, like it's all bandaged up as opposed to like there's not segments of the tail or anything. And then he's got a little booty, ninja booty on this foot. Not booty like Nicki Minaj booty, like baby booties. Yeah, and then it's kind of bare chested here. Tried to sculpt a bit of fur and things. So I might try and do some more detail to the foot and make it like a, you know, show the claws. So both of these miniatures are at similar stages. I'd say this one is further along. Really I just need to finish this hand and the other fighting claw thing, although I can't remember what the heck it's called. I'm going to try not to swear on the stream. If I do, apologies. Okay, so let's see if I could just leave that guy there for now, so at least we've got something to kind of look at. I'm just going to go and see what's happening here. Okay, if the music in the background is too loud or anything, just let me know. This is the first time I'm really doing this sort of thing. Okay, so I should have kind of done this already, but I'm going to mix up some green stuff. Actually, we'll work on this guy first. So what I did with this knife and hand that's done is I sculpted the knife first, and then I made a hook and attached, you know, with the wire armature of the arm before sculpting the hand, and then attached them, right? But what I've done on the other hand, this one, is I've kind of cheated a bit, and I just left the wire for the arm like too long, and but then here it's going to be really hard to do a handle just with green stuff because it's going to have nothing to hold on to. So if you want to do it, why won't it focus? Damn it. There we go. So I'm going to drill a tiny hole here and then put in a bit of wire. So we'll see. Hopefully that will be alright. So I'm going to grab my tiny drill. That's what he said. You've got to be more organised than this, mate. What a shambles. Alright. So this, you want to get yourselves one of these bad boys. Is this going to be a small enough drill? That is the question. We can try and find out. I kind of think that's too big. I think that's gonna destroy those fingers I've sculpted. Not the best fingers in the world, but I don't really want to have to do them again. You know what I mean? So let's find an even tinier drill bit to attach to the drill. I know it might be a bit misleading me putting Warhammer Online or whatever, but I thought about Warhammer Total War 2, but then you're going to get a lot of people who aren't actually into miniatures and they might feel cheated somewhat. But I think anyone who played Warhammer Online, not that I've played it, but it's definitely, you know, hardcore nerd sort of thing, so like me. So I'm sure none of you will be too offended, and if you don't want to see people sculpting Skaven, then I won't be offended if you don't watch it. I'm so considerate. Okay, so the moment of truth. We have an even tinier drill bit, and now we're gonna stick it in his hand hole. I mean, we're gonna make a hand hole. I don't think that's the technical term. Okay, make sure I'm coming in at this angle so I'm not gonna rip through anything important. The thing is, not everyone sculpts miniatures, but you know, I'm not the best at it myself. I'm not trying to toot my own horn or whatever, but it's not just like, oh, someone's sculpting miniatures, oh, I don't sculpt miniatures, why would I watch that? There's so many little things you can do, because like I said, even though I sculpted all of this guy at one point or another, essentially this is a conversion, and these techniques you can use to convert your own miniatures. So, you know, I'm sure there's lots of people out there and they're very good at doing a beard or a cloak or something like that you can just sculpt detail onto a flat surface or something. But with a bit of wire and you know, a little hand drill and stuff, you can start to really make some unique miniatures, especially if you're doing some kit bashing and then you're doing this sort of thing. It's a lot of fun. Honestly, sculpting miniatures is pretty stressful, especially if you're trying to sculpt them for reproduction, but doing conversions that's my jam. Okay, so again, super disorganized. I don't have my wire to hand, so let me just get some wire. I'm just getting some thin wire. It's not the you know, strong stuff that I use to make an armature, but it doesn't have to be strong. It's just to give a little bit of purchase to what I'm doing. So what I'm going to do is find my super glue. Hopefully it hasn't dried out. Holy moly. Oh, great. It's working. Gotta love that pound store Tommy Walsh super glue. If you're in the UK, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so here's where I try not to glue my hand to the Skaven and become a hell pit abomination. Oh, look at that, looking more like Darth Skaveness or something. That might be pretty cool. You know, like a double-ended lightsaber style. Nah, probably not. So these two wires, you can see, they're not aligned, but we'll compensate for that obviously with the sculpting. So I'm just going to trim this, I'd say about there. Shouldn't really use plastic cutters for this, but my wire cutters are so huge, I'm scared that it's going to do some real damage. There we go. Fantastico. Alright. So while that's going on, I'm gonna mix up some green stuff. So you can see on this guy there's bits of grey, like the sword, the dagger, and it's green on that side, but that lighter grey isn't the resin. That lighter grey, you can see it on this guy, on some of the on his hand and that claw, is this stuff, which is great value epoxy sculpt. So obviously this is part A, so I've got another tub which is part B. Works exactly the same as green stuff. It's better for different things. It's easier to sand and things, so it's good for making weapons and such like. The trick to using it, I found, is to use a lot of lubricant, Vaseline or Sculptor's, what's this stuff called? Sculptor Vaseline from Green Stuff World. Not sponsored. Why would they sponsor someone with 10 subscribers? Yeah. And then you can really just move it around, but it's quite grainy compared to green stuff, so you need more of that. Whereas with green stuff, I really just use this Vaseline to lubricate the tools that I'm sculpting with. The epoxy putty, on the other hand, I'm almost kind of mixing it in with the putty so that it becomes more usable, if you know what I mean. But I'm not mixing it in, I'm just really dunking my tools in it, yeah. Cool story, bro. Okay. So, again, when you're mixing green stuff, I just roll it like in a sausage, and then imagine this finger is this hand and I'm doing this, so it's like this movement and then this to make it into a ball, and then sausage, ball, sausage. Okay, just to get it as blended as possible, especially if it's old green stuff, it can kind of separate and things, and also it warms it up, so it will become softer, and then also, so it's easy to use, but then also it will cure faster, so you're not waiting for ages or having to chuck it in the bloody oveny thing or whatever it's called. For some reason today, I was drinking a bit last night, for some reason today I can't remember words. Words are hard, words are very hard today. Normally I'm good at words, I have the best words. I'm just talking because I feel like at this point I should be having something for you to look at or something, but I've only got two hands, so I'm sculpting, I can't go and grab a miniature to show off to you or something. But maybe in another video I'll do again, words, would you call it a showcase, like a miniatures showcase, yeah. show you some of the cooler things like I'm proud of and I've enjoyed making over the years. Maybe even a little look at some of the first things as I ever sculpted, and obviously I'm not professional, I'm not great, but you'll see the progression and see that miniature sculpting is something that's very overlooked in the hobby. I mean, obviously with 3D sculpting, people are kind of getting more into that. I don't know what it is about 3D sculpting. Maybe there's a lot of people who use software like Maya or ZBrush or whatever, and then are transferring those skills into producing miniatures for board games and things. But you know, the whole converting minis and stuff, I've with sculpting elements is something that I think could really enrich a lot of hobbyists, you know, hobby experience rather than just the painting. Because I mean, well, for me personally, I'm not the best painter, so this is you know, my favorite thing about at least the hobby side of things. As you can see from the YouTube channel, we do play games now and then. I mean, a bit few and far between, but we're starting to do that more. Alright, I think I've mixed this to Kingdom Come, so let's slap a decorating stuff on. I have hundreds of tools, but generally this is the one I use the most. Color shaper, clay shaper if you want to call it that, flat chisel, number 0, firm. It says firm, but it's actually really, this is the softest, this is very soft. So it's useful for the early stages of putting any putty on when, let me just see if I can slide this on. Easier than trying to wrap it around. Okay. So right now he's got what, you know, that American corn dog thing. Sausage on a stick is what we'd call it in England if we had it. I don't think it's reached over here yet. So jealous of American food. We've only just got burritos like a week ago over here. God, I love burritos. Alright. I think I need a bit more. Some people use water or spit, but I don't really find that is very good. Not sure why. Maybe I'm missing something. Alright. I guess the reason why watching people sculpt isn't as popular as painting maybe is because it's a bit of a slower process in some ways. You know, it's quite satisfying to watch somebody. Gosh, this isn't even in focus. Can't wait to get a better camera. You know, you see someone do a highlight, and that's something that's quite aesthetically pleasing. Alright, so I'm gonna try and oh, I'm really hamming this up, aren't I? Fudge. Oh, no, that's in focus. I'll try and leave it there. Sorry about the lack of focus. I'm not a multitasker. Alright. So we'll have this be the front of the blade. So what I'll do is I'll try and make a gosh, this looks awful, doesn't it? Try and make this be a handle here. Start separating that part. Sorry. There we go. Alright. I hope the music isn't too loud. It's just I need something in the background, otherwise I'll go mad. It's not even in shot. What are you doing? What a fool. What a dang fool. Okay. Just realised that this knife is going to be a bit short, I think. This really isn't taking shape. Alright. Try and put a slight curve in the back. Hopefully that will also give us more green stuff to work with, and we can start to push it up to the top. Holy moly, alright. Oh, okay, alright. Well, somebody put the music on very loud. I apologise for that. I thought it was just me. Okay, back to the sword. So obviously, as this is starting to cure, it's getting easier to deal with until it starts to get harder to deal with again. Right, that's a good view. You can see here that is way too thick. So I can try and thin it out a bit. But what I'll probably do, being lazy, is let it cure and then not file it, because you don't want to get green stuff in your lungs, filed green stuff. But it's good to get a if you have a scalpel. If I could find my dang scalpel, what you can do is kind of, you know, imagine that you kind of just scrape it along the edge like that, and you can thin it out that way, and that's less dangerous to your health. You know what, I might try just using my hands a bit just to get this where I want it to be, and then I can smooth it. Don't recommend this if you were trying to reproduce a mini, but seeing as it's just a conversion, that's fine. This song's a bit nicer, the last one's a bit manic. Some boss fight music. Alright, just realised, sorry, that was a bit off centre. If his knuckles are here, the sword needs to be aligned with that, I feel. At least it's more aesthetically pleasing and recognisable as a what it is. Oh goodness. Alright. Oh man, my setup isn't the best. Getting all stiff. Alright. Focus. Daniel-san. That looks dreadful. Maybe the lazy option is not the best method. Big surprise, huh? No shortcuts in life. Put in the effort and get better results. Or maybe it's just because I've never sculpted on camera before and this is sort of awkward. Excuses, excuses. Okay. Kind of feel like I'm spending way too long on this, but at the same time, these things do take a while. I do some sort of chips or serratedness to it. It should make it look a bit more Skaven-y. music stopped. Oh jeez. Oh man. What is going on? I am sorry. Bear with me, this is my first attempt of streaming. I need to make sure these things are remaining in focus. Alright. So, I think this is getting to a place now where I can sort of soon let it cure a bit and come back and tidy it up, correct my mistakes, and we'll be well on our way to having a second knife complete. Just want to make sure everything is smooth. It's starting to get a bit easier now that it's beginning to cure. I mean, really, again, shortcuts are never a good idea, really. What's better is if I'd covered the wire in thin layer of green stuff, let that cure, and then you can put more green stuff on top of that and it will adhere to it more easily or more readily. Don't know what's a better word for that, but then I wouldn't have to be doing all this constant pushing and pulling. This has been quite a quick and dirty conversion now. See, it's starting to get a bit thinner. trying to avoid touching the top of the blade because it's not got any wire there, and just pushing this excess green stuff at the bottom up to the top to kind of join it there, so it will be more sturdy. That's the plan anyway. This guy I sculpted, if you look at the thumbnail, it's more of the kind of old school Skaven look, you know, where they're almost wolf-like, they're quite a long snout, whereas now they kind of look like Mickey Mouse's gangster brother or something. I mean, I like the look of the new Skaven, don't get me wrong, it's just a very different vibe. I think it's the round ears that do it, although rats do have round ears, but there's something more creepy about pointy ears and a long snout. More like a were-rat. Would you rather be a werewolf or a were-rat? That is the question. You've seen the Forge World. The Forge World were-rats. Skin wolves or whatever they're called. So cool. Yeah, skin wolves, but they look like freaking rat, mutated rat monster things to me. They look freaking awesome. Frickin'. Frick. Okay. Now, I should know when to put these things down. I don't need to mess with that. I just, when it's cured, I can trim that down, add a handle, all that good stuff. I can shave off things along the edge as well and make it more sharp as well, because that looks very blunt. I'd sooner knock you out with that than cut you, but again, this is all because I tried to skip steps, but that's cool. Alright, so I'm going to put him down, and we'll get back to this chap. So I was having some real trouble with trying to figure out how I was going to do this hand here. So obviously, focus. This is the left hand, and he's holding this thing here. So there's a bar going across. You can see the wire. So his thumb would be coming underneath, and then from this side, and then laying across fingers there. Let me just double check that. No, I'm wrong. The thumb is on the inside, obviously. yeah, so the thumb is going to come this underneath and then across there. So let's get some green stuff. I'll just leave a cool little conversion I did for you to look at while I do that. So this was an Island of Blood Skaven, who I converted to be a oh, it's gonna fall off. Storm Vermin Council Guard. You can tell my painting is kind of atrocious, but my painting shouldn't be seen in such powerful lighting. No, my focus. Anyway, that's not gonna stay. I'll just leave that like that. Okay, what was I doing? I'm an unsculpt. Thankfully, I've still got this green stuff I mixed, and it's at a nice firm stage now. So I'm just going to put the music back on because I'm very self-conscious otherwise. Okay. I don't know if I'll just upload this as this or edit it. Probably have to edit out huge chunks. You know what? Edited, there might be enough here to make a somewhat good video. I think it will have to be edited because, you know, this stuff takes forever. So let's just see what the... Okay. Put this chap away. Thank you, Council Guard. You've served your masters well. So what did we decide? That the thumb is on the inside and it's going underneath. Oh no, I boshed the camera. What a fool. Alright. I think for this we'll use this taper point one. So it's the same tool basically, other than different shape. So I'm just looking at my hand for reference. Alright. Yeah, not even a shot. Alright, you know what might be easier? It's just to bang a bunch of green stuff on. And then use a metal tool. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. hand's gonna end up looking bloody massive, but hands are the hardest thing to sculpt, hardest thing to draw at any scale in my opinion, but alright. So nothing quite as frustrating as trying to get something like this right. So that's looking like a whole bunch of mess right now, which is not good. Okay, I'm going to use one of my other favourite tools now and hope for the best, because honestly I despair with this hands holding things, I really do. Something I've really tried hard to improve upon in recent months, but it's mixed results. Sometimes works okay, other times I really struggle. Alright, so problem is I'm looking at that, it's just like a huge freaking blob. I need some reference. Honestly, I just can't. That won't do. Okay, let's do our best. So we're gonna go one finger, two fingers. You know what, we gotta push this up. Oh jeez. just want to make this like a block. I won't even focus now. Just want to make this like a block, and then I'll just sculpt. Alright, so we're kind of getting this block shape. Alright, rapidly losing confidence. Maybe I should try with fresh green stuff, I don't know. Oh, jeez. Fudge. Dropping important things. Bane of every obvious existence. Alright, when you're done with things, you put them back, you stupid boy. Alright. Alright, enjoy the shop music. Relax, breathe. Okay, so back to business. I feel like at this stage, maybe I should just chop that off, because the hand is looking like a bloody power fist. Do you know what I mean? Holy schmoly. Alright. 1, 2, 3. 4. Okay. What I'm trying to do is just cut that stuff off, because it's just excessive, you know. And then this should be coming up like this, like that's the bottom of the thumb, and then it's coming across, and it's like that, and then those are fingers tucking away. This index finger will be hidden by the thumb, but you'll be able to see the top of it. And then, so 1, 2, 3, and then okay, so this looks like a real mess right now. But as we progress, jeez. This is so much trouble. For one lousy rat man. Okay. Can you see? Still might have to do a lot of work on this, but I don't know. terrible. I might have to just cut it off and try again. I might just use the epoxy and show you what I was talking about earlier, because honestly that's what I ended up doing with the other hand. This something about this fighting claw stuff is it's very tricky to deal with. So I'm just gonna cut this off. Or maybe with that excess gone it will be alright, I don't know. Whoever composed the music for Ocarina of Time is a fucking genius. Oh, I swore. Sorry. No one's watching anyway. I'll edit this when I upload it as a video. I think I'm just getting turned around with hand anatomy now. Or maybe the thing was just so poor to begin with. You know, the armature or whatever you want to call it, the wire. Maybe if I sculpt the actual fighting claw first, I'll have a better point of reference for what the heck I'm doing. No, I think we might have it, ladies and gentlemen. It's the Gerudo music. Yeah. It's my jam. still struggling here. Boy. Fun times, fun times. I hope you're always having as much fun as me. Okay. Oh boy. There's hair stuck all over this green stuff. Oh, it's the worst when that happens. Okay, so you can see I've gotten rid of a lot of the green stuff. Still struggling hugely. This is not going according to plan. I'm really sorry if anyone is with me right now. I'm going through this nonsense. Let's try and salvage this. One more attempt before I just try the epoxy. Technically this is epoxy, but you know what I mean. Oh, brother. The foot's coming up. So, see what I did there? That's what I'm trying to do here, and it just looks rubbish. I think I'm gonna have to cut it away and then try using epoxy. Oh man. Terrible. Oh, so still not a good look. At least it looks roughly fist size and shape now. Is anyone still with me? I'm losing my mind. This is too much. You know what? No one's gonna see that shit. It's gonna be underneath. Tutorial how to cut corners. That's what it's just gonna be called. No wonder even when I put it under, like, nothing's focusing because I keep hitting the equipment. Okay. This sucks. Yeah, assholes. Fuck it. Fuck. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go now. My mouse isn't working.